Why would you get a digital audio player in 2025 when your smartphone can do almost everything what this thing can do? I believe it would be slightly difficult to convince people to get this only for music. So this thing got to have some features into it that gives people enough reasons to think about getting one for themselves. So this video is not just a review of a music player, but more importantly about its utility and possible use cases, because this thing is really feature packed. So first of all, it is from a company called Hidizs, and it is one of their top of the line music players called AP80 PRO-X. It is priced at $179 or approximately 17,000 Indian rupees. So it comes in this kind of a box. It's a high-res music player. At the back you have plenty of specifications, and you will open the box, you find your player. Then you have some cables like this Type C to Type C cable and a Type A to Type C cable. Then you have some regular paperwork like your user manual, warranty card, etc. And they have also provided one extra pair of screen protector. One is already applied on the player, and that's what you get in the box. So talking about the design and build quality, so this thing is really small and compact, less than the size of a credit card, very easy to hold, very pocketable and very easy to carry. So the frame is made from aluminum and it's all CNC machine. I don't know about the back if it's made from glass or some other material, because screen protector actually came pre-applied, but I really like this texture or the print that is there on the back, and this color that I have is silver, and it pairs up very nicely with my Galaxy S24, which is also marble grade. Talking about the port, so at the bottom you have your 3.5mm, beside that you have your Type C and a 2.4mm balanced output. Then on the left side you have your slot for micro SD card, and on the right you have some knobs and buttons. So on the top you have your power cum volume control, below that you have your previous, then your play, pause and your next. So I'm dividing this video into three important sections that would be important utilities or possible use cases of this thing, because I believe just reading out these specifications would be slightly boring and you won't understand the actual capability of this thing. So I'll also talk about the specifications in parallel, and at last I'll also tell you about some of my favorite features on this thing. So the first section would be using it as an audio player, second would be using it as in the Bluetooth mode and what all functionality it can offer, and third would be using it as a DAC. So talking about the music player, so first of all you need to have a memory card. I'm using this Samsung 16GB memory card. You can load up your songs into this card and finally insert the card into the music player, or you can directly connect a USB cable with the card already inserted in the player. Once you have all the songs onto the card, you can go into your settings. After that, then go into your update database. By default it can be set to manual, you can just keep it on auto. Then go back to your music player. You can also update your songs or your library from there, and it will show up all your songs in the music player. Music player is like a very regular music player that you get with your smartphones. You can create your playlist, you can loop, you can shuffle, and whatever the things you can do with the music player, so that all is inbuilt. One pro tip here is that you can set the maximum volume onto this thing. So like for example, when I took it out of the box, the maximum volume was set to 22, and no matter I was trying to raise the volume using the knob, but volume could not go beyond 22. So I had to like figure it. It took me some time to figure out what was wrong. So actually that maximum volume feature is there, and you can set up your maximum volume level, which is very handy and convenient. Now talking about Bluetooth, so you can actually pair this thing to your smartphone. So simply turn on the Bluetooth on this one, pair it with your phone, and you're good to go. And just by doing this, you have simply made all your wired earphones, headphones and IEMs completely wireless. And now whatever the things you are doing in your phone, maybe listening to music, using Spotify, YouTube, Netflix, you will be able to hear the audio from your phone via this thing wirelessly. And things do not end here, because this thing has a feature called bi-directional Bluetooth. So even if you have your wireless earbuds, so you can pair these two things together, and whatever the music which is there in the player, you will be able to hear it wirelessly via your TWS. Now a lot of people may argue that you may not be getting one of the best audio quality over Bluetooth. So the thing here is that this thing is HRAW certified, which means high-res audio wireless, and any device which is having this certification means that it can support more than 24-bit 96,000 Hz, and this is what Sony's LDAC is providing you. But what they are providing you is Hidizs UAT wireless audio codec, which gives a sampling rate of up to 192,000 Hz, and they even mention it on their website that Sony is doing 96 and we are doing 192, so we are doing much better than Sony. And the last important feature of this thing is using it as a DAC. So you can go into the settings, go into your USB options, and from there change it from storage to audio, and as soon as you plug your Type C cable, it will show this DAC screen, and it means that you can now use it as a DAC. So first of all, it cannot be used as a DAC with your smartphone because it needs greater power to drive. So you will be able to use it with your PC and your laptop. And whatever the three features that I have just told you, you don't have to go into the settings all the time. So even if you are on this screen, and this player is locked, so you can simply pull up this control panel sort of a thing, and from here you can control your Bluetooth, your USB, your brightness, and even your speak and even your volume, and also you can access your player from this thing. So a very intelligent way of, you can say, in getting access to the important features. Now apart from all these features which I just told you, it has two more. So first of all, it has an inbuilt ebook reader, so alongside listening to music, if you want to read out something, so you can do that. I know that this small screen won't give you one of the best experience out there. I think it's for that reason they even have the option to change the font size, so quite thoughtful. And along with the ebook reader, it also has a step counter. So let's say you are using this thing maybe slightly walking in the morning or jogging, so you can actually make use of the step counter. I didn't do a very competitive testing of the counter with like smartphones or dedicated step counters out there, but the feature is there and you can utilize it to some extent. Now with all the utilities and its related specifications, there are some more specs on this thing that you need to know, and these are important ones. So let's say you are having any high-end earphone, headphone or anything, so you should be able to know that whether this music player would be able to drive it properly. So you need to know the value of impedance that this thing can support. So this thing supports an impedance of up to 200 ohms, and I think it is a really satisfactory value. Apart from that, this thing has a backup of around standby time of around 40 days. The backup is around 8 to 11 hours if you are using the 3.5mm jack, and it's around 6 to 8 hours if you are using the 2.4mm. I just wish battery backup could have been slightly more. Also the screen they are using on this one is from Samsung. It's a very colorful screen. It's an IPS panel and very much readable, very colorful. You won't be having any issues with that. Talking about the DAC chip, so this thing has two DAC chips inside along with an FGPA chip. I don't want to go too much technical into what these chips are capable of. You can always Google that for more information, but the thing is, this thing packs in a lot of tech inside, and this thing also supports something called MCQ ATEX. So what this thing can do is that all those compressed recording files that were actually there when it was recorded, so it can actually decode all that kind of format. So I believe that this thing actually is more than just a music player, and it can do almost everything that you can think of. Now I've been using this thing for almost a week, and I just want to share my practical opinion on this thing. So first of all, the thing is, like, this thing is expensive. It lies somewhere between 15 to 17,000, but there are a couple of more models from Hidizs that start somewhere around 9,000 rupees. So if this thing feels too expensive for you, you can opt for those options as well. The best thing about this thing is that, like, whenever I'm back from office and I want to listen to some music, so there were too many distractions when I was using my smartphone. Like, I was getting notifications. Sometimes I ended up watching Netflix, sometimes YouTube, or maybe scrolling my shorts and reels for some amount of time. So the basic purpose of, like, when I plugged my earphone or an IEM and I wanted to listen to music, so that purpose could not be fulfilled. But when you're keeping your smartphone aside and using just this thing, so it means that you're listening to only music, and it is a very distraction free experience. Now talking about my favorite features on this thing, so first of all, this thing has an 8-band equalizer. Now equalizers are common, you will find equalizers everywhere. So this has like an equalizer which has plenty of presets, but more important than equalizer is something called MSEB settings that you will find in the player. So if you're watching any YouTube reviews on some of the audio accessories, so you might have heard about the terms like thumpy bass, deep bass, warm sound, cool sound, or something like texture, tonality, or you can say roll off, sibilance. So these are the kind of words that many reviewers use most of the time, but I'm not the one to use them, because I feel the review should be done in the most simplest form so that people can understand what I want to tell. So apart from that EQ, you have all these words that I just told you mentioned on a single page under the MSEB settings. So this is like really handy, and this is like one of the best way you can achieve the desired output by putting in minimum effort. So this was like one of my best feature onto this thing. So anyway, the review is already long by now, so thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and follow me for more.